Story time.
Story time with
It's story time with Mick. 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 Story time with Mick.
What it reminded me of, as we were talking about, it has looks that could be like New Zealand. And when I was doing Hercules, we happened to have a couple of villages and towns and stuff that had to be built, and we had to imagine Hercules in this more of a jungle look, and we had to have like the Amazon, because you can't tell a story of Hercules without the Amazon village, and the Amazon village also had the sloppy men's village, because the Amazon women against that and stuff. So we found a location, and it was a ranch just outside of Auckland. Now, Auckland has this odd way of being like, there's the streets of Auckland, and then it goes to the edge of Auckland, and it's just kind of rainforest from there on out, and there's like waterfalls and just beauty and beauty and beauty and beauty. It's amazing, and we started filming at a ranch that was just on the other side of, it was just out of Auckland, but it kind of faced the other ocean. Right. Okay. So we were kind of, if you put it in American terms, we were kind of Atlantic side, and that was Pacific side. So I'm screwed up because that's not quite the right oceans, but I know
what you mean. Yeah.
East,
one
west,
side
right?
and the other side.
Right, and one side and the other side. So we're filming at this ranch. And we ended up making the village for the Amazon women, and we did it huge because we could.
Right.
Because that's what I do.
Because you had the budget for it.
Yes. We were kind of getting the feel for how the money worked over there, and what we could buy and stuff. And I had some great greens guys, man, because we built a lot of stuff with with branches and stuff like that. So we have this village that's up in this ranch. In the ranch, you have to go up. In order to get to the site that we picked for the village, you have to drive up these kind of like roads.
Right.
And this one road was beside a wash. Okay. And so the wash is maybe, as you're going down this road, you're at a just different. You're higher than the wash, but it goes from maybe 20 feet to 40 feet, right? And you can drive along, but the road, I guess there had been quite a bit of rain a couple of days, and we're in the middle of like setting the village up, and I had bought a VW van when I was there because aging hippie, and the fact that I could get a VW van that was just like the one that I had, in high school as a kid, that was only made like 3 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
That was really cool because, there are places in the world that
do retro, like
they built the 1968 style VW van forever. I mean, they just...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like in other countries, like Mexico, they're building the Super Beetle still.
Like the Mexico built the combis for years and years and years and years and years. So I would assume that maybe this was... And of course, the steering wheel was on the other side.
Right.
And I don't know if I ever told a story about driving alongside...
You did.
I did.
Yes,
to you. Okay.
Oh, that was Red Christmas, episode 19.
Yeah, exactly. That episode. So I've got my van, and I'm driving up, and it had been raining probably the other day, and so the road was pretty wet. And just as I'm driving up, the road washes out as I'm on top of it.
Wow.
And when it does, maybe I'm 40 feet high, right? And so what it does is it turned my van around, and I slid backwards, back down into the wash.
Oh, man.
Standing on the deck, the rear deck of the van. And so here I am. I'm like over by the edge of the wash, right? And my van had ended up, and I'm looking straight up. I'm sitting in the chair, in the seat of the van, and I'm looking straight up in the air. So finally, I get out of it. And I slide down. I jump out, and it was like a pretty good jump, right?
Yeah.
And and I get back to look at this, and sure enough, that son of a gun had settled and was sitting right on that absolutely flat rear deck. Right,
yeah.
right where you would go on and get in the back or get the motor. Right, it's flat as hell. And I had just happened to come back down, sliding backwards down, and it's pointing right up in the air. And I'm looking around, and the first thing I thought was, God, I hope nobody saw that, right? Because there was absolutely nobody around,
right?
So I'm like, wow, okay, well, and I go over to it and I try and push it as hard as I could, see if it would like fall back down on its wheels, but it was in the sand, and it made a little divot, right?
Right.
So it was just holding it down there. It was in there, and so. I think to myself, wow, it would be nice if somebody came my way. And so, just as I said that, I start to see movement in the middle of the wash coming my way. And I look out and I like, it's a group of people. They're heading my way. Like, one of them's a lot taller than everybody else. And it turned out to be a brownie troop.
Brownie troop.
A brownie Girl Scout troop, right?
Right.
And you have to understand the Kiwi point of view. When I say that, they come up and they are laughing hilariously because it was, honest to God, one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
So did they see it happen, or they just
no?
See you
they just see
there?
they see me standing here, and the van just up in the air, looking like it's like like it's a rocket about ready to take off, right? It's a really retro 1968 rocket, one of those,
Right.
So we can go to the moon, but I can't get this freaking thing up this wash. So they all gather around, and they're laughing and going, "You know what? Maybe it's our good deed. We try and push you over." Now, these are like probably between, I'm going to say 9 and 12-year-old girls and their
right.
leader.
Yeah.
And it's probably about 8 of them. And finally, we push it over. And I think to myself, you have to understand how many times in life you have this dichotomy. Wow, I am so appreciative that somebody came up here to help me, get this van back down. And then the other side of your head that says, did it really have to be a brownie troop in full uniform? And
right.
And I think, well, at least nobody saw me. And just as we were pushing as hard as we possibly can, and the van starts to tilt back down, I look up on the hill. And the art director has been stopped from going any further. My art director turns and he's got a camera and he clicks just as it starts to fall back down.
Oh, that'd be an awesome photo.
A picture which he has never let me have.
Really?
Yeah, all those
Did
years.
he let you see it at least?
Oh, he let me see it. Yeah, he let everybody see it. Oh my God.
And unfortunately, this is probably before Facebook and everything.
Everybody
would have seen it.
Yeah, the whole world would have seen it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, but he has that picture.
That's awesome.
So, I'm sure that I kept thinking that eventually I was going to get blackmailed by that picture. Some people get blackmailed because of a sexual dalliance or because of they screwed up a financial thing or something. Mine's going to have to do with Girl Scouts and not in the way that you think.
So you're a lot like me. It's like, the embarrassing things are just because you did something stupid.
Because you're an idiot. Yeah.
Crazy
right.
To you.
Yeah. No. There's no doubt we're both idiots. Oh, absolutely.
Well, we got to be idiots. We're sitting in a dungeon doing a podcast.
That's true. Absolutely. So,
we're not Adam Carolla.
So,
anyway,
in the category of really weird and funky stories, you got to admit that was a pretty good one.
That was.
It got down and I started it all up, and I swear there weren't even scratches on the car. We got it down.
What about the bumper? It wasn't squished from?
No,
Wow.
no, absolutely not. Sitting on sand.
Oh, sand.
You
Yeah.
couldn't even tell that anything had happened, you know? We pushed her over, and I waved to the girl, and, you know, and it's a Volkswagen van, so once it was down, you know, it can go through anything,
Yeah.
right? So I just turned around, went to the bottom of the wash, and came back up the road, and then, you know, got way over on the edge and went on with life.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Saved by brownies.
that is a really wacky. Still to this day, I mean, one of the things about being in film and being in as many just bizarre situations is, you know, film. And I have to admit that I, in my life, have been one of those people that will let a bizarre situation remain bizarre.
Right.
Some people don't.
I tend to do that too, and actually my wife bothers me about this. She's like, "Why are you so calm right now?" I'm just like, I just want to see what happens next.
It's
like,
because when the going gets weird,
you just got to go with it.
The weird go professional. Yeah,
You just have to go with
That's-
it.
You just got to go with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's so. There's that.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Yeah. Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries.
No worries, baby. No worries. So we killed this one.
Yes, I think it's dead,
Okay, Hakuna Matata to you.
and I want that picture. You can put it on
Yeah,
our
you know
Facebook
what?
page.
I swear, I got to see if I can get a hold of the guy. By the way, he is the guy who production designed. What is it? That Tolkien thing?
Oh, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he did Lord
Big
of the
time.
Rings. Yeah, yeah. Of course, he wouldn't even accept my calls after, you know.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I see. Big stigma between being an American, you know, and a New Zealander. They wanted to do it themselves, so
Oh, well, I can see that.
yeah.
More money for New Zealand that way, right?
Oh yeah. What can I say? Yeah.
It happens.
That's the way it is.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I think we're done with this.
Yep.